And at a point, you started living with your grandma, or
No, I've always stayed. Me and my sisters, we always stay with my auntie.
mm,
Literally, the grandma, she was staying with auntie. Everybody was staying with auntie. Yeah, auntie always provided
mm.
a roof over our heads. So,
It got to a point where you wanted to get your own spot, though, right?
mhm. Um, so after, so like through this whole thing, me running away, going through the motions of being with that side, um, I noticed how they were judgmental. I lost my virginity at 16. At that time, Pops had a little crib for like a month, but I wasn't comfortable with telling him. Mind you, I'm still looking for the attention. I'm noticing we ran away and we still didn't get no attention. Why did we run? Like, come on, I'm looking for it and you didn't give it to me. You know, so yeah, I was at that time. It was way worse with boys. When I lost my virginity, I just needed to feel validated so bad. I was just fucking like, I'm like, I'm gonna fuck you. I'm like, thank you, cause you really love me. That's why we fucking. You love me too, cause we don't. And so it was weird, but it got to a point where I'm like, so now why did you just? Why are you fucking? Like, but then I had to realize it's for validation. I want to feel validated. Like, I haven't. I want to feel loved. I want attention. Like, pay attention to me. So I feel like that was my way of a boy. I was justifying, yeah, this is your way of paying attention to me, showing me you fuck with me or stuff like that. That wasn't it at all.
I mean, I gotta give you a little credit because you waited a little longer than I thought you did. Because you said once you got to high school, you kind of got into that mode of like
Mhm.
sending butt pics and stuff. So
Mhm.
I mean, 16 is still early, but like from like I'm taking myself to the mindset that you had and how easily manipulated you could have been back
Mhm.
then.
So
So
was yeah.
for 16, okay.
Yeah, 16. That's
Yeah. 16 is respectable, I guess. But this is like the typical girl in a poverty stricken area with parents that weren't ready to be parents and they have kids and then they get to a certain age and they're expecting the kids to take on some of their slack, right? They're having to grow up faster than they need to. None of the efforts are getting praised. It's going without praise, it's going without notice. They're just doing it and they're just, you're supposed to look out for your younger siblings. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to cook for them, this and the third, which to an extent, yeah, certain things, but they're not supposed to be the parent to that child. You get what I'm saying? Because you want to do what you want to do because you had kids before you were ready to have children. The parents don't stick together. Dad is not in the child's life like it's supposed to be. And it's a lot harder on women. It's a lot harder on girls, right? Always harder on girls when they don't have their parents. This thing. The girl ran away because she thought she's going to get a better outcome running away. She wanted attention and validation. What do we always say about girls or women in general? A lot of them love attention and validation. If they didn't get it at a certain age, they're going to seek that constantly as they get older into their adulthood, right? If they don't have that foundation, two parents household, a nice, network of people that are in their corner supporting them, more than likely they are going to go through some shit. They're going to have some times where, if they don't get it from here, they're going to get it from somewhere.
in it.
So when you say they're judgmental, what do you mean?
um, um, that's how I go by Christians. They love this title Christian, so you can't cuss, you can't lose your virginity, you just can't with them. So when it came to me losing my virginity, I told the grandma, and at this time I'm thinking she's my safe place. I'm
Okay.
thinking she done created this space for me to where I can come to her, um, about anything. That's literally what I thought. Like I could come to her about anything. She won't tell nobody. This is beautiful. Like she put it on. She made you feel like she wouldn't tell nobody your business. But then it got to a certain point to where as I got older, as the months went by, I noticed family members was talking about me. And I'm like, wait. Like it was the one incident. I told grandma, like, yeah, I got something. I got me a little STD. Confidential. I'm like, I can trust her. Like she created like can't nobody tell me nothing about her. And then some weeks later, it's like, me and my cousin got into it. And she's like, oh, that's why you had a oh baby. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, wait. Because who told you that? Because I only told grandma. So then you go back to grandma like, grandma, why she throw that up in my face? I didn't tell her that. She must have just made it up. You know you told her that. Like, why are you lying? You know, so it got to a point to where it's like, me just noticing how I tell her a lot of stuff. Now the family knows what Sana's going through, and you know, over the years I'm peeping. I'm missing my mama as I'm getting older. I'm on Snapchat like, "Mama, happy birthday! I miss you." You know, they don't know this, but me and my sisters, you know this. Like, so I just peeped a lot of stuff, how they move, how they talk about each other behind each other's back, but they love each other. But you love me, but you talking about, you know, so it just didn't make sense. As I got older, a lot of the stuff they were doing didn't make sense, and I wasn't messing with it. Like, it was a point in time where me and my sisters was finna run away from them. We like, yeah, where we gonna go? Maybe an Airbnb. At this point, like, literally.
Did
so
you have money?
at the time, y'all was working.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this is after we getting older. It was like,
Christians are more judgmental than, you know, the quote unquote people of the world. They turn their nose up at you. You know what I'm saying? They look at you with disgust or disdain when, you know, you go through something or you're going through some hardship or you done made a mistake. And like homegirl said, you could tell somebody something, but they're gonna most likely talk, right? I got family members like that. You tell them something, you know, you can't trust them. They're not gonna hold that water. You can't trust them to hold that bucket of water. Got a hole right at the bottom of it. Everybody gonna know your business by next week. Everybody, because it's gonna make its rounds, right? And it's like when they turn their nose up at you, they don't think to themselves that they've never been in a situation where they've done something that was embarrassing or made a mistake. And it could have just been equated to nobody told them this, that, and the third. And you know, sometimes people tell you things like you'll have an older person tell you something and they expect you to listen to them, but they don't want to explain why you should be listening. They want to say, oh, don't do this. And that's just what it is. That's final. And it's like, well, damn, when they hear don't do something, that makes them want to do it even more, right? Explain to them why this is not a good idea. So if they still do it, you can't feel bad about what happens, or you don't feel some type of way because you gave them the decision. You can't stop nobody from doing anything. But a lot of the times these kids, right, or these young adults don't be knowing what's going on because they weren't, you know, equipped with the information, or they weren't equipped with the awareness. And then these people just looking up or looking down on them, you know, with their nose turned up and shit, like they ain't never been done some dumb shit at their age, or like nobody makes mistakes, right? You're supposed to come with the forgiving heart. You're supposed to have a forgiving heart for people, right? It's just shit like that.
like, where we gonna go now? Like, hey, y'all, we finna get a telly first. Like, not even old enough, just trying to leave. Like, so, yeah, just definitely notice how they was moving. I'm like, no, nah. And then when I turned 19, I mean, I was already distant because everybody knew my business, and I only told her my business, so it was kind of heartbreaking. It was like, damn, I ran away. It was just me just thinking back. I ran away. I went through all of this for this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you serious? Like, I was disappointed in myself. Like, I wanted to give up. I'm like, nah. But then I got little sisters to fight for. I'm like, damn, I bring y'all with me. I can't just end it like that. I can't. That's retarded to me. Um, and then finally, like last year of February, if I'm not mistaken, grandma got a crib. This whole time we're staying with auntie. Auntie house got like 10 people in it.
Before you go there,
Mm-hmm.
because I see where you going. You said something else we got to touch before that. How'd you deal with that STD?
My grandma took me to the clinic to get it cleared up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
What,
it was,
did you know what fella?
yeah.
How'd you deal with him?
Cut him off. But then I started back talking to him. I just liked the attention. Like, you buy me food, you taking me around. It was just like, I didn't have sex with him no more.
Okay.
But definitely was like, can you buy me food? Like, can you still be here for me? Even though you hurt me, can you still be here for me? And I also just think with that, I was just, I was so, I don't know. I didn't want to be alone so bad. I was willing to deal with anything y'all did to me. Like y'all talk about me, I'm gonna deal with it because I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
be alone. I still want y'all to be in my life. Like, yeah.
And what happened if he found out who you perceived to be your dad at the time? What happened when he found out?
He didn't care.
He didn't say nothing.
Nope.
Mm.
It was around. Everybody knew, but he didn't. Hey, daughter, listen. No, he didn't care.
Did that did that stick out to you at any time, like around that time?
I was used to it.
Yeah.
He never cared.
Um,
So, me expecting him to come out his way and be attentive when it comes to moments like that, because I was young. I'm like, oh snap, why my stuff burning? Like,
mm,
it's weird. I didn't expect him to finally, oh, okay, this is serious. Let me
yeah.
talk to her with people. It was, so I'm like,
Was he never around even when y'all was there?
he's a deadbeat.
He was hardly around. Something else
I
stuck out that
mean,
you said to me. You said when you was talking, when you was on Snapchat with your mom, when y'all was on Snapchat with your mom, they didn't know. So was they trying to? You couldn't talk to your mom or something?
we couldn't talk to our mama. We wasn't on Snapchat with our mama. It was more like me venting on Snapchat. Like, I miss my mama. I miss my little sister. Like, I don't got no family over here. Like, they don't, just a bunch of memories of me just venting, wishing I never ran away. During that whole time, they didn't want us talking to our mama. They fed us lies about our mama. Um, they manipulated us into, and we were young and vulnerable, especially me. Like, I was just listening to anything. They just made it seem like she was just the shittiest human being. She don't love y'all. If she loved y'all, she wouldn't treat you. And I was already looking for that attention from my mama. That's the main person I wanted it from. So running over here and just needing something to clinch on to, we was just listening. Like, damn, my mama don't love us. Like, damn. That caused us to get into it with our mom. When my mom was reaching out, my mama always reached out.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, she really have. Just sending us love and light. Of course, at first it was definitely like what's going on? Like, why did you could definitely tell she was hurt. Like, man,
All
like
right, we're gonna
what?
stop it right there.
But
If y'all want to watch the rest of it, I'm gonna put it in the whole full video because it's like an hour long. See it. Put the full video in the description. But yeah, let's go back to how she handled homeboy after the ordeal went down with the STD. She still dealt with him, and she said buying her food, like it's just little stuff like that, right? If you're not getting that at home, it could be just as simple as buying food, right, and being the ear to listen to. You could be doing some other shit, like she said, like even though these people did her wrong, she don't want to be alone. Nobody wants to be alone, and especially females because they're social creatures. They like to be around. Like I said, when women get together, what they like to talk about their families. Men get together, they want to talk about their careers and what's going good in their job field. Something as simple as that. That girl getting an STD and her father not caring. Like at that point, she'd already shut down. You can see her face. Like she put her head down. She lost eye contact because that hurts her. It really it's something. That is a pain point for her, and she still, feels a way about that, and that's probably something she will feel a way about for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Because your parents are your first, you know, that is your first introduction into love, into a lot of things, into having support and all of that. And if you're not getting that, you're gonna have a hard time, building yourself up because you're so used to having dysfunction in your life, you're not going to know how to cope when you have something that's actually worthwhile. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, when she said, he never cared. Once I got it, I already knew he wasn't going to care. Right now, had he something snapped to him or he woke up and was like, hey, my daughter is probably doing this because she's, missing that attention and she's missing that love, that father figure that she has been missing. She's missing that. She doesn't have it from her mother. She's not getting it from me. Maybe I should, step up to the plate. But as she thought, he didn't step up to the plate. He didn't care, and that just sinks them further into that sunken place. It puts them deeper into a bind, puts them deeper into feeling of hopelessness. You get what I'm saying? Because they feel like nobody's there for them, so they're willing to put up with anything. And that's what happens to a lot of these girls. You wonder why girls end up in situations with these fucked up dudes, right? Or put up with certain things for so long. And it's because they didn't have that growing up. They don't know the other side. They don't see the other side, so they think that this is normal. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst of all of this, she's not getting any support from her dad's side of the family. Then they're throwing dirt on her mom's name, which, some things may be true, but they are, boosting it. They're making it seem like it's more than what it is. So now they have a resentment toward the mom from both sides. Ain't nowhere to turn. So moral of the story is, men, moms, right, especially your dads, man, stay in your daughter's lives, your children's lives. These girls need their dads. If they don't have their fathers, they're willing to settle for anything. And they need a strong representation of what a man is, what a man is supposed to be, so they don't fall for anything. I mean, you're still gonna have outliers, children that's not gonna listen, whether they have both parents, they have Superman behind them, supporting them. They're just not gonna listen either, regardless. But 9 times out of 10, if they had their support, if they had that love, that caring, that family dynamic growing up, these children are not going to grow up dysfunctional. They're not going to grow up, career criminals. They're not going to grow up feeling like they had nobody on their side or in their ear, on their team, stuff like that, right? A lot of this stuff could have been avoided if it started with a foundation. But I don't know. But I do know one thing, though. If I want one-on-one consultation, links will be in the description, pinned in the first comment. If y'all want to join my Discord, it will be pinned in the description, or it'll be in the description box. Dot your eyes, cross your T's. Alex. Catch y'all on the next one.